Welcome back, trainers, and we have more information regarding Meltan. 2 new trailers, and also the Pokemon Let's Go trailer describing a new box, which we will be covering, and how that's going to work, and how to actually obtain Meltan within Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go. Now, it appears that the more of these that come together, that means that they're going to become this bigger form, kind of like Zygarde. It just goes through various stages, the more of them that come together. And it's going to look crazy here. I'm going to put an arrow on the side so you can see the moving gear. And there it is, because this is the only image they showed. So the head is also moving, and the other arm is also moving. So we know that it's going to have those moving screws or nuts on its arms and also head. So that is fairly interesting. Looks pretty big. And that is a big hint, guys. It's going to have an evolution. To be honest, this Pokemon is kind of annoying to me. Revolving around, you need this, you need that, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, what is really going on with it? So here's the actual box that they showed for the new trailer of the Meltan series of the Professor Willow and Professor Oak little duo they have going on there. And what was happening is the Meltan came out of this box, and this is what we need to pay attention to, and this is how you're going to get it in Pokemon Let's Go. So apparently when you transfer Pokemon into Pokemon Let's Go from Pokemon Go, you will receive this mystery box. Now you can only use it once, then you have to wait for the cooldown, but after that you'll be able to transfer more or get more Meltan over time. And if you're wondering, well, how am I actually going to get this? Do I have to buy Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee? Yes, you do. It's right. If you want Meltan, you have to pay up. But there is good news. Say your friend does have a copy of Pokemon Pikachu, a Pokemon Eevee, Let's Go, of course, and you transfer a Pokemon into their game for their Switch. You will receive this mystery box, so you don't necessarily have to purchase it, and it's not locked to any one particular device. So that is good news. Here's an actual image of what it will look like in Pokemon Go. These were dropped earlier today. Yeah, a lot of information about Meltan's coming out. But, hey, it's going to be interesting seeing that it's going to be able to combine into a bigger form. And after you've transferred a Pokemon into Pokemon Let's Go and received your box, and then you can actually see it up in the corner there. It has 30 minutes left. That is your time window to catch your Meltan. And say you have a friend who doesn't have a smartphone or who doesn't play actual Pokemon Go, and they are trying to still get their Meltan. Well, you can simply transfer one over into their game and help them out. Simple as that. So, I mean, they're kind of being lenient with them to a degree after you paid. And just to give you an understanding of kind of how Meltan is going to work, this is Zygarde. It has more evolutions as it comes together and makes a bigger one, right? And that is probably just how Meltan is going to work. And it's probably going to become some sort of beast monster, just as we see in this picture. So there you go. It's basically going to be another form of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and read up on this mystery box so you're 100% filled in. The mystery box holds the key to catching Meltan. Better be saying that right, Poke. You better get it right. All right, now let's move on here. We now know that Meltan appears in Pokemon Go. In order to catch Meltan, it is essential to have a mystery box which can be received by sending Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. There you go. Simple as that. It's called pay up or don't have fun. Now, this is quite costly, but you know how it goes. Business as usual. Sending Pokemon from Pokemon Go into Nintendo Switch titles will get you a certain item in the app. Why do they Nintendo Switch? I guess that's an easier way to say it. Such as candies for the species of Pokemon you sent. However, the first time you send a Pokemon, you'll also be able to get a very special item, a mystery box, which we were covering there, okay? And they're going to clear up everything that you need to know here. A mystery box closes itself after it's used once. The only way to open it again is to wait a set amount of time, and then send another Pokemon to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. You can also get a mystery box from sending Pokemon to a friend's Nintendo Switch game, but can only have one mystery box at a time. Alright, so take note of that. Meltan will begin to appear once the mystery box is open in Pokemon Go. But be careful, They'll only appear for a player that opened the mystery box. Touch a Meltan you see on the field map, and then you can catch it with a Pokeball. So it's clear as day how it works. You have a certain amount of time with the image here. Let's go ahead and wait. It had a 30-minute timer. There you go. Right in the corner. Let me zoom in there. Real good. There you go. And then you have your timer to catch your Meltan. All right. Okay, now this is after you've transferred a Pokemon from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, received the mystery box, caught it in Pokemon Go, and now this is the next step here. You can now bring the Meltan you caught in Pokemon Go to your Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, where it can follow you around during your adventure in Kanto region. Even if you don't catch the Meltan in Pokemon Go yourself, you can ask a friend to send one that they've caught into your Nintendo Switch game. So it's not like you're going to be limited to one here. I think that's it. All right, yeah. So you don't have to worry about that. And possibly the more you collect, they're going to combine into become a bigger form, which is going to be kind of exciting. The only thing that's annoying to me about this whole situation is that you need this game, you need that game, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, I'm all for fun and, you know, mystery and all that, but this, I don't want to go too deep. All right, we'll just leave it at that. It just seems a little bit complicated. Wish it could have been a little more simple and not so markety and gimmicky, but hey, it's business as usual. Take it how it is, right? Now, in other news, you can still catch a second Mew and Celebi. This image was actually sent to me by a friend who actually lives here in Alaska, so it's not like a Photoshop or something, and it wasn't a mystery before it was happening, right? We had video proof of it. So what's going on is people are actually able to collect a second Mew and Celebi by going into their mythical breakthrough quests, and it's just there. It says claim. I mean, and people are asking, how do you do it? How do you do it? Well, it was happening to a few people that had a bunch of research tasks built up. Otherwise, it was happening to other people who didn't have any as well. So it's really a mystery. Just thought I'd let you know because I knew there's people out there who are trying to do this. And actually, they have not taken away the second Mew or Celebi for people who've gotten it, say, for like 5 days already. Pretty crazy, right? So we're over here on the Community Go News on Twitter, and I'm not sure how accurate this is. No discredit to the page or anything. But if this is true, this is absolutely crazy. I would assume it's to balance out what changes are soon to come to the Pokemon. And these are buffs to moves. This is what we're looking at. They're going from one stat to a better stat. I mean, look at Shadow Claw from 11 to 16, Scratch 6 to 10, Psycho Cut 7 to 15, Pound 7 to 8, Poison Jab, which I'm very interested, from 12 to 15, Mudshot 6 to 12, Metal Claw 8 to 12, Lick 5 to 10, Iron Head 30 to 40, Frost Breath 9 to 12, Dragon Claw 35 to 40, Discharge 35 to 40, and yeah, not too sure. I mean, that's more than possible because we are receiving this whole new buff and nerf and whatever is going to happen, a readjustment to the Pokemon. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Okay, so we're back in the actual Pokemon Go app. We're going to take a look at some Pokemon that could possibly benefit from this new alignment of the stats. We'll see here. This is just the news that popped up as I opened my thing about Meltan. Meltan. It's just like, okay, we get it. It's the cute little thing. All right, so let's see if this is shiny. Let's see, cross fingers. Gosh, been waiting, guys. I don't know how many of these things I've found. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pokemon that may be super beneficial from this. Just a couple, because I could be here all day. Some in specific that I really want. So we have to find Pokemon that have somewhat decent attack and pretty good defense and stamina as well. So, Lugia for sure. That thing is going to be a monster after this whole thing. Rhyperior, well, right on right now, but Rhyperior and all that could be a big one too, even though we don't even have the stats for it, period. Mew is another one, definitely, and Celebi, because their stats are the same. My game is lagging, there we go. those are a Pokemon that could possibly benefit from this. They performed magnificently already, so I could just imagine after this whole deal. Donphin is another one, somewhat of a good offensive Pokemon with good stamina and defense as well. Like I said, I'm just running down just random Pokemon. Gardevoir is a somewhat tanky Pokemon. I think that this will pull out of the situation looking quite nice and even better than before. But who knows what they're going to do exactly with all of this. We have to wait until it's completed, because it looks like even moves are going to be changed, which is a big one too. Now, let's talk about that Blissey. Let's see what we have. Mine should be knocked out of a gym. There we go. Yeah, remember when I said that in that defense video that you can't hide behind your Blisseys when PvP comes out? Because not only do they have more health when you're attacking them in a gym, so they're appearing to be much stronger and beefier than they usually would, but when you're in a PvP match, it's not going to have that double health and attack, right? Like you're going up against a gym. Now, with this whole buff of the Pokemon, I have a feeling Blissey is going to become lesser than it ever was. And you know what? Good. It's about time. It should be a tanky Pokemon and do what it's supposed to do and everything, but not to the point of ridiculousness. And it's just like the most OP thing in the game. It actually can put on a decent amount of damage. When you're going against a PvP match, the way it is right now, the stats and the Pokemon, if you had Zen Headbutt and Dazzling Gleam, this is going to be the cheapest Pokemon to use in Pokemon Go PvP, period. Even if you have a Steel type, you put a Steel type or a Fire type, there's still, you're not going to do much damage, but nonetheless, it's still going to wear the clock out until it's done, basically, if you're dodging, right? So these changes are absolutely needed. I was waiting for this because it's like, how is this going to work? We have to have some sort of change come into effect for Pokemon Go to have PvP introduced. Otherwise, it's going to be a hot mess. And like I said, there would had to literally been a switch for an on and off for Blissey in the battle. Otherwise, it would have been a mess. Hey, are you using Blissey? Yeah. Oh, really? Okay, well, better pick 3 fighting types or something ridiculous. So there you have it with the news, trainers. Just wanted to keep you updated on what's going on. All right, trainers, so I hope you enjoyed that information, and I'll be catching you all later. Make sure you have the notifications on and are subscribed to stay up to date on all the Pokemon Go news. And with that said, I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.